Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Learning Corner. As a Swaasa influencer, we do this week or week and then try to share what our thoughts are. And we believe that all these thoughts will help shape careers of the entire Swaasa community over the period of time. Thank you for all those who have viewed the previous episodes of Learning Corner. Today also will be really exciting from learning perspective. So let's get it started. Today the topic is what are the skills which you should have for life. And when I see life, it is about being a very good professional in whatever you do. It is about making a good living. It is about earning respect from your community as well as your peers. And it is also about helping everyone who is around you and inspiring everyone around you. So I think that is my definition of a successful life. The picture on screen you see is Gandhiji. So we'll also try to apply these skills in whatever Gandhiji as father of the nation did for us. So that will be at the end of the video. So please watch the video till the end. And for more great content, like Swaasa videos, subscribe, and then share to your friends and family so they also get value out of it. So let's start with the 6 skills. These 6 skills are divided into 2 sections of 3+3, and there is a reason for it. The first 3 is very much necessary. They will put you at a certain stage in your career, but beyond that, if you have to take big jumps, you will need a lot of additional skills. So those are the next 3 ones which I will talk about. And then if you think something else is missing, you can always add in the comments, and then we'll keep reading all those comments. So without wait, let's get it started with the first 3. So out of the first 3, I will say that the first one is obviously the domain skill, which is acquired through, let's say, as an example, education. If you are a doctor, you get educated. You do probably some sort of post graduation after that, and you become expert in it. That is through education. Post that, you go on a job, or you start your own clinic, hospital, or something else, or work in a maybe pharma company or similar. So on that job also you get the domain knowledge, how to execute the tasks which are at hand, or if you are on a clinic, then how you successfully run a clinic. That is all about the domain knowledge, which is very, very critical. Think about a nurse. As a nurse, you have education. Then you learn how to be a nurse on the job. Hopefully, the organizations you work with give some sort of training regarding it. But that's the domain skill I'm referring to, and that is a very, very important skill to have. But that is not all, right? It's just a starting point. And when I say for life, we are looking at a career which is spanning across a period of 30 or 30 plus years. So for that, what is needed is the topic at hand. So domain is obviously there. As you get more and more experience, then you become expert in the domain you work with. The second skill after domain is actually communication, and we have been taught in school, we have been taught on the job or overall, I think in our career span, that communication is very important. But let me break down the aspect of communication. A lot of times, even in job interviews or any other meetings also, we hear that either the communication skill is not good or the message is not well communicated, and there are multiple other factors around it as well. So let's shortly dig into it. We can have a entire separate conversation about the communication itself, but think about it. Communication can be broken down into first and foremost thing which most of the people do not think as part of communication is actually listening. We have to listen to what the person is saying. That is first part of communication, which is very important because everything rest is dependent on our ability to listen. Now, post listening, there has to be some sort of comprehension of it. What is the outcome of this? What did I listen just now in a span of, let's say, 5 minutes to 15 minutes to an hour or so? So what did I listen? We should be able to comprehend that really, really well. And then some sort of speaking will come. So when we speak as well, are we speaking on whatever was already spoken about? Are we adding something to it and speaking? Are we saying that whatever was spoken about is either good or not so good? So that is some sort of criticism around that communication. And then the front person is again communicating back and forth, and this cycle continues. And at the end of the communication, when I think this step is very critical, because what is the action post the communication? Let's say you're speaking with a friend, then you listen to your friend very carefully, comprehended also well. You spoke back. There is a very productive back and forth conversation for, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes, all those kind of things. But at the end of the day, unless an action is taken on both sides, either your side or either on your friend's side, then the communication will not be effective. So I think communication in a sense is also a very, very important skill to have. So that's the second skill. Third skill I would say is actually another aspect, which is language. If you are a healthcare professional, a lot of times you tend to confront the patients which are at an entirely different mental state because they are in pain, or one of their loved one is in the pain. They expect that pain goes away in the quickest possible time. So in that sense, what is the language you use is very important. And there are aspects of language as well. In language, what are the words you use? What are the sentences you use, or how do you construct those sentences? What is the actual meaning of what you have just now spoken in a very specific language? In a lot of times, if you are a healthcare professional, usually you also confront with patients who are from, let's say, multiple states in India. Let me give you an example. If you are in Hyderabad, if you know Telugu, that is I think the basic language. But in addition to that, if you know Hindi, if you know English, or maybe and if you know Tamil or Kannada, then it will help you connect with a lot more patients. It will help you to be sensitive towards them. Another example, let's say if you are in Mumbai. In Mumbai, then Marathi is the language. If you know Hindi, a lot of doctors know Hindi. A lot of doctors from Mumbai can also speak Gujarati. So I think about it. Then you connect with a lot more audience from patient's perspective, and then that is kind of also a medicine. how a doctor speaks, how a nurse speaks, how a healthcare professional speaks to a patient is probably 20 to 30% of the medicine itself. So what sort of language you use, more the languages it is obviously in a better sense. That's why a lot of healthcare professionals who stay in the borders of various states, they have an advantage of having an ability to speak multiple languages. So that definitely helps in as a healthcare professional or in any business. If you know multiple languages, people tend to believe in you a lot more. So these are the three skills which you have to have to start with, right? This will put you at a certain stage. But usually what happens is post 5 years of 10 years of experience, or even doing business, let's say running your own hospital for 5 to 10 years, I think the next level of it is very critical. And what are the skills which you will need at that level is also very important. And those are the skills which will act as a differentiators. Because think about it, in any in any area, in a specific field, there will be very limited number of individuals who kind of excel at the task they do. I mean, when you think about it, there are very limited heart surgeons in India. There are very limited eye doctors in India who are very, very good. So people from all over the India come to see those doctors, surgeons at it. So what is that they have? And I think this is my point of view. So let's start with the three additional skills they have. Think about it. First, in my sense, is patience. And I totally get it that all these three additional skills will definitely surprise you, and you may think, I mean, what is this? This is not a skill. I mean, this is not possible. But I think about it. As a healthcare professional, it is very important to have patience as a skill. Whoever you are speaking with, whoever you are treating, there has to be a sense of belief to start with. The second thing in patience is you have to trust on yourself that whatever is at hand, whatever patient you are treating, you should have the confidence that you can cure that patient. If that patient can be cured, I think it is very helpful in your sense. The third thing is being patient is also, or should be, attached to your happiness. You shouldn't be anxious that a challenge has to be solved in a very limited amount of time. There are some things which will be solved in limited amount of time. There are some things which will take time because that's the inherent nature of a specific patient or the disease that is being treated. And look at it, all professionals who are very, very successful, they always have patience. That is very important. The next skill in the three more to have is focus. Everything is about focus. Whatever time you spend in your day-to-day life, whatever you do, you have to do it with focus. And focus does not mean time. Let's take an example. I take a book in my hand, and then I kept staring at that book for 15 minutes. That does not mean my focus is on reading the book. If I have to really read the book, I have to forget everything. I have to put my phone on silent. I have to remove all distractions around me. And for a span of 15 minutes, I have to be fully focused on reading the book. I have to be very curious on what the book is saying, what the author is trying to tell me. That will also give me in-depth thinking. And focus is not just to focus. Focus comes with tremendous amount of discipline. If I have to focus on something, I would have done it probably every day for a specific amount of time. I mean, you can apply this to your profession. You can apply this to sports. A lot of times in cricket matches, you see people unnecessarily dropping catches, but you feel that catch would have been taken. It is possible to take that catch, but at international level, it is not possible to drop these kind of catches. But I believe the reason behind that is focus for elongated period of time. If you are in a match, if you are in an operation theater, or if you are maybe driving on a road, I think you have to be focused for the period of time, and your focus should not drop. Mistakes usually happen due to lack of focus, and obviously we all understand that the cost of mistakes in healthcare is very, very high. So focus is another aspect, and third and most important in more skills you should develop is actually adapting to changes. A lot of times it is also referred as resilience. I mean, think about it in such a way that the things around you will keep changing. I think in a profession, probably every 6 to 8 years, a lot of things change. I mean, think about it. If you are an X-ray technician, maybe you work on an X-ray machine for 6 to 8 years, and a new machine comes, then obviously you have to spend some time and learn that newer machine. You have to adapt to that machine. Similar applies to if you are a professional who tests the blood. There are a lot of machines regarding blood tests, and then every 4 to 5 years there are a lot of new changes either come to existing machines, or there are newer technologies which are getting developed, and then all professionals have to adapt to it. So all in all, these are the 6 skills which I believe to start with. You need domain communication and then the language of it. But if you have to really take the jump and become and excel at something, grow at a very faster pace, you have to have patience. Whatever you do, you have to do it with a lot more focus, and you have to be open to changes. You have to be open to adapting those changes. You have to be resilient to accept those changes, because those changes will continue to happen every 6 to 8 years. And these are the 3 additional skills which are the actual game changers. And all these you can develop. These are the ones who kind of differentiates a very seasoned professional to just a professional. And that's what my thought. Now think about Gandhiji as a leader. He's obviously father of the nation. He had tremendous domain knowledge because he studied law. He exactly knew how the country should run, how it should be governed in a sense. He was educated. He learned about India when he came back from South Africa. He traveled across India. So also a lot of training he took as well on the job. His communication was really crisp. He used to speak very less, but his communication was very action oriented. The words he used were very much motivating. So he was kind of a master of language. But 3 more skills which he had, and he actually gave all those skills to the entire nation as father of the nation, is obviously patience, lot of times an argument exists that why did India took 100 plus years to get independence? We could have got it sooner, but I think that's not the point. Because we had patience, because Gandhiji taught us patience, I think it is helpful that we live in India, which is a very peaceful country for generations to come. Another skill also is that he was very focused. He was very focused on assuming that we will get independence using non-violence means and not any other means, and that's why we are a peaceful country compared to a lot of other neighboring nations. And he also taught us to adapt. A lot of times when you lead a movement which is a countrywide movement that big, and you have to lead very, very large number of teams, first by yourself you have to adapt to changes, and then that inspires the rest of the teams with you, or in Gandhiji's case is inspired the nation to adapt to the changes which are happening. So in my sense, these are the 6 skills for life. And I hope you have learned something today. I believe everyone has the first 3 skills, but I believe all professionals should have the 3 more skills, which are actually game changers. And with that, I finish my talk today. I appreciate all of you for listening. I believe you have learned something today, and I always say that I promise you will learn something today. I hope you use these skills, you develop these skills, and then grow yourself as a professional. Thank you very much.